You've seen the thumbnail, you've read the title. Today I will be giving the best Minecraft horror mods in my personal opinion a fair rating to finally put an end to this ongoing rantfest that I started on this channel a year ago. I won't do a certain chronological order like worst to best because I'm just not like that. It would be torturous to make people believe that at the end of the video you would see the S tier rating for the man who blacked, which is obviously in this video, I mean.
Oh shit, here we go again.
OO.jar is an ARG/psychological horror mod that adds a few new entities to your world, with the smiling entity being the most common one, according to my experience. It affects your world a lot and adds a whole story to it as well. You would either find villages with houses, their cobblestone being replaced with these red blocks that when you break them they'd leave behind roses, or you would find villages with signs and heads of other players scattered around the area to tie a little story to your world, like you aren't the first player in it. The entities would attack you inside, lock you up in a box to stare at you, get aggravated if you were to break some of their special blocks in their houses, change the weather or time of day, spawn crosses, or even break a part of your house. And I know that this is only the tip of the iceberg of what this mod does, but all in all I was very surprised. Usually when I see horror mods on YouTube I think to myself that it's going to be overrated, but this one was actually pretty good. I definitely recommend you guys playing this mod, and I'd say that this is an upgrade compared to the Silence mod, since these two mods were created by the same guy.
I'm over here stroking my dick, I got lotion.
The Anomaly is another underrated mod that adds a variety of mechanics. From my experience, I can say it gives you a lot of cool jump scares with very good sound design added to it. It chases you down and changes your vision when scaring you, stalks you when you sleep, dips out for a few days to build up its next strike, and when the night finally comes where he'd attack you, he delivers on it. A simple Herobrine looking entity opens its jaw and deforms into this tall lanky creature with fangs. It definitely looks like one of those Dweller mods at first glance, but when you play it and have a full experience, it really shows that it withstands those. And I know that I haven't seen all of its mechanics either, since as you can see from Rodlick's videos, a fractured moon, clouds racing through the sky, sending notes and messages, and glitching entities attacking you from all corners is something I haven't seen yet. Oh boy, the amount of hate comments this video received, though I fully understand it now. Jean Jacket is an entity that still isn't out yet for the public because its development is on pause for almost a year now. The mod itself adds the creature from the 2022 motion picture Nope, made by Jordan Peele. All of its mechanics from the movie are ported into the game. I'm talking hiding in the clouds or behind cliffs, sucking up mobs, blocks, and players only to digest them alive, interrupt redstone contraptions and music, and drop items and blood out of its gaping mouth as a nuisance to the player. And of course, its iconic aggressive variant is there too. The mod itself is great when it comes to mechanics and the story around it, especially when you're trying to remake the movie in Minecraft. When it comes to scares though, I mean, it's just a donut. Here's the thing, if you'd encountered this creature in real life, you obviously would be terrified because of how big it is. But if you were to encounter it in Minecraft, it's not terrifying at all. Maybe its sound design would do some good, but all in all, it would be more of a hostile mob like the Warden than an actual horror mod, which isn't really what Alex was even going for when working on it. It was never meant to be a horror mod, so either way, this mod is still pretty good. NANI?! The Root of Fear is a mod that adds a mutated looking version of Mojang's Weeping Angel adaptation, the Creaking. This humongous tree creature has a variety of mechanics like summoning small waves of pale leaves swirling around you, pulling you into the ground with its branches, lift you up and throw you to the ground, stomp or hit you to death in only a few punches, cover light sources, or turn out any source of fire since that is its weakness. And finally, summon giant branches coming out of the floor beneath you to impale you. When I first played with this mod, I had no idea what it even added aside from the creature itself, and I was genuinely surprised, especially because it was the mod that I had most fun playing with during that video. It is a threat-based mod, but not one that people would call the scariest. It's sort of like Jean Jacket, a very good obstacle for your experience like the Warden, another pretty good mod. The cave dweller I'm talking about in this case is also the only mod that isn't for Java. Sadly, Gargan fell for the money trap and decided to actually give this creation that influenced the whole Minecraft horror niche an update, but one that costed Minecoins and was only available on Bedrock Edition. Its mechanics are very good when it comes to its aggression. You can often hear it roam around the caves around you when you're just minding your own business, making ambient noises of its own, seeing it stalk you from afar. There's also these special cave mods that are meant to trick you into thinking it's the cave dweller's face looking at you, like some butterflies have to scare off predators. All in all, I love that this mod is almost inescapable. It can jump over huge gaps, climb, grab you, and finish you off with a cool cinematic death screen. I've seen a lot of other people their experience with the mod, where they randomly stumble upon it, turn around and see it screech before it pounces at them.
Guys?
What?
Guys?
I also like the pacing where it doesn't attack you every 5 minutes unlike other mods. Sometimes it can take around 30 minutes before you even spot it. It doesn't like light either, so it tries to turn out torches by dimming them, sort of what the old Warden concept was going to do. Design based, this variant of the cave dweller looks more fitting for the base game as well, like it would have been an actual mob. The One Who Watches is another psychological horror mod that tries to summon terror into the player's head instead of horror. Terror is basically a buildup of tension that drives the player insane, unlike being terrified of being killed by something. The entity often stalks you from afar, leaves behind marks on trees or logs and blood spatter on the floor where it was watching you. It can also change its position, like you could spot it tilted on the side, hanging on the ceiling, crawling in a tunnel. The only downside is, in my opinion, is that when it attacks you, he doesn't run. He just walks fast like an animatronic. I do love the story that's tied around the mod that you can sort of explore by reading all the books and diary logs you find in certain structures. The basic story is that you're going to be the next one who watches. It's sort of like a werewolf that passes on its disease. The looks are great, the mechanics are great, the old chase sequence was just way better in my opinion, aside from the frozen arms. The Obsessed is another psychological horror mod that sort of has the same gimmick like the One Who Watches. It's a black figure with a smiley face attached to it, with a body like those characters from the Fears to Fathom games, which was the inspiration behind it. The way it stalks the players from a distance, runs away after being watched, climbs up on the walls and goes after the player to grab him. It's not a creature that is horrifying to the player, but it is one that gives you some sort of unease. It crouches down to plant wither roses all over the area around you. It summons clouds of black fog. It watches you sleep, tries to literally kidnap you, literally puts your house on fire when it turns aggressive. I know that some people might find this mod underwhelming at first glance, but it's not supposed to be one of those mods that scares you half to death. It's literally supposed to portray the people that are obsessed with you and like to stalk you, follow you home, watch you sleep, and leave behind strange presents. It does all of it for good reasons in its eyes, but we, the player, find it creepy. It's a great adaptation of the Fears to Fathom antagonists, and as someone that's obsessed with those games, I would definitely recommend it once it goes public. The Broken Script is one of the mods that will probably stick around for a while on YouTube. At first, it seemed like another one of those overrated mods in my eyes, but genuinely, it's really fucking good. Again, it's not terrifying, but that's not the premise. It's an ARG based mod that corrupts your world like a virus, and in earlier versions communicated with you through error and file messages on your PC outside of the game. It either banned you from your own world or just crashed your game entirely. This is the main reason as to why it was removed and is now only on Modrinth. The mod itself also changes your game's resolution to a square screen and changes the texture back to a beta style to bring back that sense of nostalgia. Some of the mod's mechanics include removing the sun, creating this red corrupted moon in 4 phases, generating several structures like old player bases, basic prank traps, hallways with portals that will take you to a dark subdimension. Null would also interact with the player by either pushing you to the side, burning your base, communicate with you through chat, just torment you a lot. It would often attack the player with several entity variants like far away, no texture, nothing is watching, silhouette, a circuit pig or villager that's basically a skinwalker of some sort, and that's again just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much shit in this mod, it would take an hour or longer just to fully analyze it. This is the best ARG mod in my opinion, and there probably won't be a better one for a while. If you want to have a better view at how this mod works, Roderick made a few videos on it, but I highly recommend you guys to watch Mongolico's ARG videos on it as well, since those show off all the mechanics in the best way possible. The man bear is a mythical legend portrayed into Minecraft. Basically what was once a human transformed into this mutated two-legged beast. Sort of like a werewolf but more aggressive and bigger, obviously. In the mod it likes to stalk the player a lot and toy with it by mimicking its voice. It is recommended to play this mod with the in-game voice chat to make those voice mimicking mechanics work. Once it goes public, of course. It got a few updates compared to the last time we saw it on YouTube and is probably getting a few extra tweaks before being shown again on the creator's channel. This is definitely one of the mods that scared me the most, even more than the anomaly, since this one kept on chasing me down with its super speed and broke down anything I tried to place in front of it. It fully destroyed my base, and even without cheaters, this mod delivers on the scares. Unlike most mods that sort of tease towards their attacks, this one is completely unpredictable, since a lot of sound or no sound at all might conclude to the same situation. We're going to address the mod that is probably known by everyone. The mod that, in my opinion, implements the legend of Herobrine the best. It's not a hostile threat, it's a mod that makes you go mad. Again, like other mods I've already went over, it's psychological horror. It has various mechanics that can all be configured with its own 3D config. Stalking, jump scaring, crashing your game, of course this is optional, leaving behind messages with signs and other items, generating several structures with ones we haven't even seen in the older version yet, dimming candles, removing torches and replacing them with redstone ones, adding a crimson curse to the lanterns, burn down your house, leave behind random torches in the caves, and so much more. You can either spawn Herobrine with the mod's original shrine or the original legend shrine. The newest snapshot also adds wide-eyed mobs like the original Herobrine mod once did. These mobs don't attack the players but simply just watch them. Unlike the other Herobrine mods, this one adds a various amount of skins as well. It can be activated or deactivated. So I'll go over the best skins in my opinion at the moment. We have the normal and classic Herobrine, Entity 303, Realistic-eyed Herobrine, Distorted Herobrine, Nowhere, Werewolf, Man from the Fog, Slenderman, Cursed Oak, Him.
Chicken jockey.
You can even design your own texture pack with a template to add your own 5 skins to it as well. So we're all thinking what I'm thinking. Anyways, this mod has so much more to offer than I already went over. It's heavily underrated. If the creator were to add a few unique and unnerving ambient sounds to it as well, I think it would definitely make me jump out of my seat in some moments. I know that some of you guys might have a few things to say against my ratings, but once again, these are completely my personal opinions and can vary from one person to another. Now that I've went over everything good and bad that there is to say about this niche, it's time to let it rest. The only time I'll address horror mods is when a certain mod gets a very cool update or a revolutionary one comes out. It was fun. I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully I won't be gone for another 2 months.